Allison, welcome back to my channel. Ollie P is also with me. He is my little kitty. You will be able to see his tail throughout this video, so don't be alarmed when you see him, but welcome back to my channel. I thought today would be a really fun day to kind of go over a fall bucket list and maybe brainstorm some new ideas to go through for this year. If you guys are new here, I am currently in a doctorate program. I'm receiving my doctorate in nursing practice as well as getting my nurse practitioner in family practice. So I am completely occupied with school and with work, because I also am a registered nurse in a level 1 trauma center. So I'm fully occupied, but I still love getting into the spirit of the season. And of course, the season that I'm talking about today is going to be fall and a little bit of Halloween. So I created a little list that I kind of want to go through with you guys to see if we can make it happen this year, because I really do love fall. I think it just really captures the beauty of change and starting over, especially when it just like signifies the beginning of an academic year. And because I am in school, that's a big thing for me. So fall is really fun. So let's go ahead and go over my little bucket list. And I do this guy every single year. I change it up and make it kind of attainable for what I'm doing. But I only have 11 things on my list, but a lot of them can be bulleted and go into a little bit more of a description, if that makes sense. But we'll go ahead and get into it, because I'm really excited to show you guys, or tell you guys, what is going to be on my fall bucket list for 2023. So the first thing is something that we actually already completed together, and that is decorating for fall and decorating for Halloween. Decorating for fall is something I love doing because the summer and the spring seasons are really minimal for me other than Easter, but summertime is not really that decorative in my house. It's very plain Jane and boring. So when it is the fall, I bring out like 5,000 boxes of my fall decorations and get to put those out. The scents and the smells of fall and all of the foliage is something that's really fun too. So love decorating for fall. And I also have to do it in late August because I start classes late August, so I want to make sure I decorate before then, or else I will have no time. So I want to get that guy done, but we did it together. And if you guys haven't watched my video yet for 2023 fall decorating, I'll link it down below. The second thing on my bucket list, and this is going to be so silly and so basic as they say, but getting a pumpkin spice latte or a PSL from Starbucks. I have to get one every single year from Starbucks, and I only get one. Not really, that is so not true. I get more than one, but my goal is to at least have one to kind of remind myself what the original was, at least in my palette. And then what I do is I get some recipes from Pinterest and I make my own pumpkin spice latte syrup, and then I make my own at my own little coffee shop here in my house. But I have to get the original. You just have to. I mean, it's really fun. It's really fun to go to Starbucks or any type of coffee shop, get the original, and then recreate it throughout the rest of the season. So I think that would be really fun. And they're really good. Okay, so the third one is something I haven't done in a long time, but it's so applicable to where I am living, and that is going to an apple orchard. And where I live, there's this incredibly popular apple orchard where a lot of people go to get their apple spice donuts, their apple ciders, and just look at the gorgeous foliage and views of the community in which I live. So I have not been actual apple picking in so long, probably since I was an undergrad, and now I'm a graduate student. So I think that would be really fun for Joey and I to do that this year, because I don't know if he's been apple picking, but also this will be the first year that Joey and I get to spend the fall together in our little town that we are living, because last year Joey had a NASA internship in Florida. I forget what NASA is, Cape Canaveral. He was at Cape Canaveral, and it was like bittersweet because I wanted Joey to be here with me. However, I went to visit him and we went to Mickey's Not So Spooky Halloween party, and that was really fun. Unfortunately, on this list, there is not going to Disney World at Mickey's Not So Spooky Halloween party. I wish, but there isn't. Number 4 is something that I have not done in a long time, and we're gonna go back to high school days with this, but about 40 minutes outside of my town is this super giant corn maze. And it's not a scary one, it's not a haunted one, it's just the regular schmegular, really cute one. Have your kettle corn and your caramel apple and walk around this maze, and it's gonna be so fun. Joey and I are going. We're gonna buy tickets soon and probably go maybe in September or October, and it's gonna be so much fun. I looked at the mazes online through their website, and it's massive, you guys. That's kind of what this farm is known for, so I'm really hoping that the weather is good that day and we're able to have like such a fun experience, because that's gonna be so much fun. And like, this is an actual corn maze, but my grandparents have a farm in Iowa where there's corn everywhere, and I would get stuck in that corn, but my grandparents always told me just to keep on going one direction and don't turn so you don't get stuck. But there were definitely times when I got legitimately stuck in a corn maze when I was, you know, a little bit smaller in Iowa. 5 is something that's gonna have so many things underneath its umbrella, but that is making fall or Halloween recipes. And I want to make things that incorporate pumpkin and apples and cinnamon and nutmeg, and all of those fun things. But I also want to make things that look like other things, you know, like Halloween. We can make, I see a lot of this go around, but people have these skull baking sheets, and then they put little pizza dough in there with pepperonis or whatever filling you want for a pizza, and they make these little like pizza roll looking skulls, and I think that would be so fun to do. So I want to include that maybe in a Halloween recipe or maybe something similar, because I think that would be really fun. And then fall recipes, I gotta crack out the crock pot and crack out. Do I have to crack it out? I'm cracking it out. I have to bring out the crock pot and make a bunch of soups. I want to make a taco soup. That's my #1 favorite. And then a bunch of chilies. I forget that fall is also associated with football. I don't watch football, but Joey does. So making all of those fun football treats will be fun as well. I love cooking. I love baking. And I definitely, along with the PSL that we mentioned earlier, I want to make my own pumpkin spice latte syrup. My neighbor is just staring right outside of my door. He can totally see me talking to my camera. Maybe he wants to get on the bucket list. Should I ask him? Maybe we can do a little neighbor collab. Collab is where I used to submit my assignments for school. Anyway. Number 6 is watching some cheesy fall love movies. You've seen the ones for Christmas on Hallmark, but did you know that Hallmark also makes fall cheesy movies? I didn't know that until this year, so I have been Googling them and seeing where I can watch them, and I have been watching one practically every day for the past 4 days, and then they have been so cute. It's like, you know, the classic daughter comes home from her busy life in a city to save the family's kettle corn business or something, and it's just so cute, and I love them. Joey gets into them as well, so we watch those, or we watch like one a night, and then once it gets closer to kind of end of September and October, then we'll crank out the Halloween movies, including Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Wednesday is new from last year. That one is actually kind of spooky. I watched it at night and I was like, ooh. So if you guys have seen that, it's still really good. It's a good movie it's a good series for Halloween. And then Gilmore Girls is something that I've seen everybody watch every single year, and I've never gotten into it. And this is the first year that I actually pressed play, and so far it's just such an easy show that you can put on in the background to get you into that fall feeling. Okay, number 7 is painting a pumpkin. I've been painting pumpkins now for 3 years rather than carving them. I think it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier, it's less messier, and it's a better way for me to kind of show off my creativity rather than trying to get me to carve something out of a knife. I'm not good at that. So the only downside of painting a pumpkin is that you just don't have that, you know, beautiful glow coming out of the pumpkin with the little flickering lights. So that's something I miss, but I do put twinkly lights around my pumpkin, and I'm really hoping that Joey will paint one too. Last year, Darnisha and I painted one when we had our fall ball, which you guys, I'll probably make a video for that when that comes, but I'm hoping Joey and I will be able to paint a pumpkin and then put them on our porch. I'm kind of reluctant to putting things on our porch because we do have some silly little kids that live near us that take things that don't belong to them. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully no one takes my artwork of a pumpkin this year. Number 8 is going on a fall hike. I love going on hikes, especially when it is cooler and colder in the morning. If it's 30 degrees, I love going on a hike when it is that cold. I love being cold because when you're hiking, you just get so hot. So if you just take a step back and hang out, then it's like your body just has this huge cool off whenever you're just standing around. However, if I don't have time to do a fall hike this season, one, I can push that or defer it to winter so I can do a winter hike when I'm off for holiday break, or we can just drive up to the parkway, or what do they call it? It's not a driveway. Skyline Drive. We can go up to Skyline Drive and look at all the beautiful mountains and all the foliage, and it is wonderful. I also have a really pretty view outside of my window here where I live, where I can see everything, but it just hits differently when you go in kind of a different location to view a different perspective of what's kind of going on in the nature surrounding you. So I think that would be really fun if Joey and I drove up there and did a little mini hike, or did a full hike, or even just kind of walked around the state park. That would just be really fun. And that would be really cute for pictures. Number 9 is lighting fall candles. And I want to speak on this a little bit because I'm going to kind of speak to my past self, because I always buy fall candles. I buy candles for every single season, and then I always wait for the perfect moment to light those candles. And then the season goes by and I have all these candles because I'm like, I'm gonna save this one for when somebody comes to my house. I'm gonna save this one when I watch this specific movie. And yeah, that's okay for some things, but I bought like 4 candles and then I didn't light any of them because I forget about them. So my goal for this season is whenever I am home to have a candle lit. I did go ahead and purchase those Glade plugins that you can put into your wall, and they kind of release this beautiful smell kind of 24/7. So I have that going, which is wonderful. But now I have the candles right in my periphery that I can see, that I can light right when I get home, and I'm able to kind of watch it to make sure it doesn't get, you know, uncontrolled or anything, or out of control. But talking to my older self, I never lit the fall candles that I bought, and same goes for Christmas, which is so silly to me because I would always wait for the perfect time. But honestly, there's no perfect time to light a candle. You just have to make that time perfect. And I think it's a perfect time when I'm just cooking dinner and hanging out in my kitchen. And alongside that, number 10 on my bucket list is a comforting movie or a big movie marathon. I usually do this with the movie series of Halloween Town. So I watch Halloween Town 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to have the cozy blanket. I want to have the hot chocolate. I want to have the taco soup or the chili and just hang out on my couch, not move, in my jammies. And then I want to have those pumpkin Pillsbury cookies. I went to the grocery store and bought 4 packs of those. I bought 2 packs from Kroger and 2 packs from Target. So we're stocked up, we are ready to go. We are ready for all of the fun, you know, movie parties that I am going to throw for Joey and I. But movie marathons are so fun. I think it's just such a nice, relaxing way to enjoy the couch. And number 11, or the last thing on my little list, is hosting a Friendsgiving. I think I've been doing this now for about 5 years, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. And when I say hosting a Friendsgiving, I'm not saying I do this elaborate thing. It's actually usually just my roommate and I, which in the past was Darnisha, but now that I do not have a roommate, it's kind of confusing. So if you guys don't know, Joey and I actually do not live together. This is my home. I pay rent on this home, but he's just over all of the time. He actually lives down the street. But this year, Joey will be here. So I'm hoping to expand my Friendsgiving to maybe more than 5 people, but we will see. I really like it when it is Darnisha and I, and of course Joey, and then Darnisha's boyfriend. So we'll see if the door's open for more. I'm sure there is, because everyone's invited and we make all of our favorite dishes and it's so much fun. So, and then Darnisha hosts a fall ball where we get all of the Trader Joe's snacks, and that is usually the time where we paint pumpkins, try the Trader Joe's snacks, have a bunch of like hors d'oeuvre type treats, and then we're gonna do a murder mystery. So that will be really fun. But those are all the things that I have on my bucket list this year. It's kind of a smaller bucket list than normal, but that again is because I am a full-time student and I'm still working in the hospital. So realistically, I only have Saturdays off for the next 2 months. So I want to be able to enjoy the fall activities, so I don't want to make it really long and feel a little bit disappointed if I don't get them all. But some of them are really just staples in my fall necessities of activities. But as always, thank you guys so much for supporting me and everything that I do. Your comments and your likes, I really enjoy reading your comments and getting to know you guys. I think it's really awesome. But then subscribing to my channel also just really helps my channel and helps me grow so other people can watch my videos. But let me know what you're planning to do this fall. I would love to know about it, and maybe we can get some ideas from each other as well. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.